you need 218 votes to pass the bill, you only got 233 members. Now, we all learned in 8th grade that to pass a bill, for a bill to become law, the president got to sign it. And the president vetoed our bill on the rack. We all learned in 8th grade that when the president vetoes the bill, you got to get 2/3 of both houses to override it. 2/3 of 435 is 270. I want to say that again now. 2/3 of 435, 207. We got 233. We couldn't get the other 60 Republicans that we need to override the veto. So he vetoed the bill on Iraq. If you send him another bill on Iraq, he's going to veto it. They have a certain arrogance over there about Iraq that you and I are not going to do much to it until we get some more people in the Congress who are willing to stand up to this administration. So we're going to have a problem trying to override vetoes. But I'll tell you what, we also taught in the 8th grade something about filibusters. Y'all know what a filibuster is. And so we are going to send bills to this president, and we're going to tell the other side, you filibuster. And we're going to let the American people look and see who is stopping their children from getting health care, who's stopping their children from getting the education they need, who is stopping veterans from getting the benefits they need, who is stopping us that they tried to stop us with Katrina and Rita. We have given those of you from the Gulf Coast, you got $6.4 billion to fix the problems down here. The mayor was up here yesterday. And they came to my office. He was so happy. He said that we are on the road to recovery. He told me that they're now at 80% of the people coming back. And so we want you to know that we're going to keep your agenda in mind. We are going to work to do everything that we said we're going to do. And we're going to challenge this president, we're going to challenge the other side every step of the way. We are going to do it for you. We want you to know that your faith and confidence that you put in us last November will not go unresponded to. Thank you so much. And God.
Thank you very much, Mr. Whip. Now you see why he's our whip. And one of the things that was implied in his comments, but he would say it himself, is that just him being there. You know, sometimes you probably maybe have it on your trustee board or your deacon board. You had that one person when you're having some problems. That was under 2 preachers. When you have some problems, and you go to that, you're just a senior fellow or lady, and you go to them, and they seem like they can just kind of pull people together. That's Jim Clyburn, and it's a gift. It truly is. Give him another hand, please. We've been joined by Bobby Scott of Congressman Scott of Virginia. Can you join us at the podium? Are you going to be here for a while? Okay. Well, Bobby Scott of Virginia, and Kendrick Meek, Congressman Kendrick Meek of Florida. Come on up. I was trying to talk and wave at the same time. Kendrick Meek is the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Board. He is the person who not only has to do his other responsibilities as a congressman, running back and forth down to Florida, but also he is the person who is in charge of all of this. Every single aspect of what is happening this weekend, and then all throughout the year, creating scholarships for our kids, doing all kinds of wonderful, wonderful things, and he's done an outstanding job, and we're very, very proud of his leadership. I'm so glad he could find time to get by here, because when you're chairman of the foundation board, you have to actually move around to all this stuff and make sure everything is going right, but we're very proud of him, and he is a man who is grounded in the Word, as they say in my church, in the Word. And so please meet and greet our Congressman Kendrick Meek.
me of doing common things uncommonly well, praying the common prayer. I mean, not having to feel that you need a PhD to get into the text. And so it was really interesting, very interesting. And so it touched me. It reminded me of Elijah Cummings sitting here talking about leadership. He allowed me to be the chair. He appointed me as chair. He changed. We have 2 co-chairs now. He had Stephanie Tubbs Jones from Cleveland, Ohio, to chair this weekend 3 years ago. It was when it was my first term in Congress, almost 4 years ago. And he said, well, I want to show America that we believe in investing in young people. Would you mind, I know we haven't done it before, would you mind Kendrick being a co-chair? And so she could have said, well, because I want to make all of the decisions and now I have to share with somebody else. But Elijah Cummings, Stephanie Tubbs Jones came together and made that happen. And so now God would have it that, I have the opportunity, the board has said, we want to make you chair and you help us move to the next level and this, that, and the other, and I appreciate that. I told the story by Elijah's workshop the other day, which I have to go over to Hank Johnson's workshop after this. And I remember as a state legislator, some 13 years ago, going to Baltimore for the National Conference of Black State Legislators. And we were there at, I can't remember the name of the hotel, but it was in the basement where they had the prayer breakfast. And I still have the tape. And I'm going to bring it to Elijah that he spoke to us that morning. And he just picked the room up and took it over to the next on the other side to the other hotel. I mean, we were floating and carrying on. And I'm saying, I said, now what church he pastor? They're like, no, honest. Father. So I want to come by and let you know, as leaders of God and being who you are, giving us what we need to make it all happen. I heard Whip Clyburn talk, and I said the other day, every time he talks, I get emotional because the man has a story. And the real issue is that we have our John Lewis is well documented. We have our Little Rock Nine well documented. We have our Martin Luther King well documented. But when you look at a Jim Clyburn, unsung in many places. But you go to South Carolina, he's going to teach me how to say it right one day. You go to South Carolina, you had it right, because you're from North Carolina. You said it right. But when you get to South Carolina, the folk they part. He spoke to the legislature, the first black man to speak to a joint session of the state legislature in the history of the state. Now, some folks say, you know the glory, but you don't necessarily know the story, so I'm going to say this and I'm going to sit down, because I know a lot of folks got things to say, and I'm going to say it as long as I can. Jim Clyburn asked some of us to nominate him to become the chairman of the Democratic caucus. And that's a big role, that's a big title. And he asked his homeboy, Congressman John Sprague, for those of you who don't know him, white man, put his name in nomination. John Sprague got up there, ranking member of the Budget Committee, now chairman of the Budget Committee, the U.S. House of Representatives, his voice cracking, nominated Jim Clyburn. And he sat down in the chair on the front row, and I watched this man of great power and great influence, who say this is what's going to be spent on